A long time ago, in a world not so different from ours, there were two best friends who lived in a small village. They did everything together and always had each other's backs. But one day they had a huge fight and went their separate ways. Years went by, and one of them became a successful businessman, and the other remained poor. But one day, the rich man heard that the poor man was planning to take his own life. So out of pity, he went to see him. When he got there, he found the man sitting on a chair in the middle of a dark room with a glass of water and a white cloth on his lap. The rich man asked, "What are you doing?" And the poor man replied, "I'm waiting for an invisible force to pull me down and end my life." The rich man thought he was crazy and tried to convince him to come back to the village and start a new life. But the poor man refused, saying he would rather die than go back. He said he would never forgive himself for what he did to the poor man. And just as he was about to drink the water, the rich man stopped him and said, "I know you're going through a lot of pain right now, but please don't give up. Let's go back together." The poor man looked at him and said, "You wouldn't understand even if I told you." Then he drank the water and closed his eyes, waiting for the end. But nothing happened. After a while, the rich man started to get scared and thought to himself, maybe it's just a very slow poison that will kill him over time. So he called a doctor and told him to examine the poor man. The doctor checked his pulse, looked into his eyes and asked, "How did you die?" When the rich man told him about the glass of water, the doctor realized what had happened. He explained that the glass wasn't actually poison, but simply water. The reason why the poor man felt like he was going to die was because he believed it was poison. This is a rare medical condition called the nocebo effect, which can sometimes be even worse than the placebo effect. The doctor then took the glass of water and drank it in front of the rich man to prove that it wasn't poisoned. Then he told them that his friend wasn't actually going to die, but would make a full recovery. However, the rich man didn't believe him and continued to watch over his friend all night. When the sun started to rise, he went outside to get some fresh air and saw a beautiful rainbow in the sky. It reminded him of a time when him and his friend used to play in the rain as kids and laugh all day. Suddenly, he realized that all the bad things that had happened to his friend were also his fault. All those years ago, when they were young, he used to make fun of his friend for being poor and told him he would never amount to anything in life. Because of this, their friendship eventually fell apart. At that moment, the rich man realized that all his wealth and success meant nothing if he had no one to share it with, felt like a monster for what he had done, and immediately went to his friend's house to apologize. But when he got there, it was empty. The rich man was devastated and didn't know what to do. Then he remembered something his friend had told him years ago. He said that if anything ever happened to him, he should look for him in the village where they grew up. So that's exactly what he did. When he arrived, he saw a familiar face and asked, "Do you know where I can find him?" The old man smiled and said, "Why don't you ask the river? It will tell you everything you need to know." The rich man was confused, but decided to follow the old man's advice. He went to the riverbank and started to walk along the water. As he walked, he started to feel lighter and happier, as if a huge weight had been lifted off his shoulders. And that's when he realized that all those years ago, when he and his friend had that huge fight, he had thrown a stone into the river and made a wish that their friendship would last forever. And somehow, that wish had come true. The rich man continued to walk until he saw the old man again, thanked him for his help and told him how much he appreciated it. But the old man just smiled and said, "You're welcome. Now go and make your friend the happiest man alive." And that's exactly what he did.